Welcome back to Haney and the Blowfish. I'm Turtle Haney. I'll be with my boy here, Jordan. It's gonna be our Final Four edition for Haney and the Blowfish. But before we start Haney and the Blowfish, we're gonna have a special thank you to our White Boy of the Year candidate, Bennett Sturts.
Yep.
What a sensational player! An incredible year. We've been hopping up all year. How good Bennett Sturts is. He led his team all the way to the Elite Eight. But like I said, fell sometime around, what was that, the weekend? He fell over the weekend, right?
Elite Eight.
Yeah,
Illinois.
Yeah, right. He fell over the weekend to Illinois. So you have a little letter of admiration led by Jordan.
Dear Bennett Sturts, there's something special about the way you play the game. It's not just the points you score or the wins you help create. It's the passion, the effort, and the heart you bring to every single time you step on the court. That's what people remember. That's what sticks. Watching you play, it's clear basketball isn't just something you do. It's part of who you are. You represent more than yourself out there. You represent hard work, resilience, and the idea that dedication pays off. For younger players watching, you're an inspiration and proof that effort matters just as much as talent. No matter where your journey takes you next, one thing won't change: the impact you've made. The way you play the game leaves an impression that goes beyond the scoreboard. And with respect and admiration, this is sincerely from Houday and the Blowfish. Thank you.
It's good stuff.
Yes.
Some powerful stuff right there.
Yeah.
But anyways, now we're going to get that out of the way, our letter of admiration. We love you, Bennett Sturts. We'll see you in the NBA. See me in the NBA draft, actually.
Yes.
First
round pick.
Yeah, first round pick.
We'll do
Hopefully,
it- we'll do it
hopefully the
all.
Celtics find him.
All the way from Northeast Missouri State D2 College to Drake to Iowa. It was always a sure thing.
Got it. He had NCAA tournament wins at Drake. Found plenty of NCAA tournament success here at Iowa. But it's time we're going to talk about the Final Four. Got matchups of Arizona and Michigan and UConn versus Illinois. So our first game we're going to talk about is Arizona versus Michigan. So you want to go give us a little startup of that?
Yeah, I will just talk about. I mean, this has got makings to be game of the year. I mean,
100%. Yeah. No.
All in all, this is the number 1 and number 2 ranked team with Kim Palm, defensive ratings, offensive ratings, net rating, all that. These are the 2 best teams left, and probably all year. So, I mean, they're both top 5 in offensive efficiency. They're number 1 and number 2 in defensive efficiency. So, I mean, it's going to be a tight one. It's going to be a really close game. The books have Michigan early, but it's going to be a pick 'em. So, we'll see what happens. It's going to come down to just defense. Really, the 3-ball is going to be a big reason, too. If Michigan shoots the 3-ball well, probably going to help them propel over a really good defensive Arizona team. So,
the one thing I mentioned before we make our pick, one thing I mentioned that kind of was worrying me about Arizona. They're a team that loves to take 2-pointers. With Michigan's height, it's a lot harder to take 2-pointers. I mean, you can live right around the mid-range area for the pick-and-roll offense, but the difference is that, you're going to have to be able to make threes. This team can make threes. They're really good at it, but they haven't chosen to do that. And teams that continue to try to change their game plans for certain games, sometimes it doesn't work. But I think for this matchup, I think we both have Arizona, right?
yeah, we both
End
have
of the day?
Arizona. I think as you're talking about 3-point shooting for Arizona, De La Rosa off the bench, guy that's been there for I think all 4 years, maybe 3. But he's going to be a big reason this game. If he can get hot, it's going to help them. Braden Burries can shoot, so he's going to be a reason. Koa Pete can stretch the floor, even though he's just real athletic. So they're going to need some bench guys to step up, though, if they want to shoot well, better than they have been.
Yeah, that'd be a knockoff Michigan.
Yeah,
Like I said,
real good.
for both these things, we're going to have all 4 of these teams projected starting lineups. So for Michigan, right now we got Elliot Cadeau, Roddy Gale, Yaxel Lindeborg, Trey McKinney, and Ade Mara. Then obviously for Arizona, you got the guard pair of Jaden Bradley, Braden Burries, the forward of Koa Pete. He's going to be a big-time player for them.
Yeah.
And then obviously you got Ivan Karchinkov and the Lithuanian man of Modus Krivas. So
That Koa Pete and Yaxel matchup is going to Michigan, like I said, I think it's been kind of announced for almost multiple times now, is that guards win March, not bigs. Oh, yeah.
So I think this is where it might show the most, and it might rear its ugly head for Michigan, that Elliot Cadeau and Roddy Gale are nowhere near the talent of Jaden Bradley and Braden Burries.
No, nowhere. Elliot Cadeau's been shooting extremely well, which has really helped Michigan get to where they're. I mean, they were probably going to win those games anyways, but he's been playing well.
Yeah.
If he keeps that up, it'll help. But if he doesn't, they're going to struggle.
Gonna need it.
They need his shooting this game because Yaxel can space the floor, but that's not what he's known for.
Uh-huh.
He's not the guy that gets out there and Trey McKinney can too, but he's also not known for it. Adi Mara, he obviously can't shoot. Other than his phenomenal rim protector.
Yeah.
That's going to be big.
No, great one.
So we've got Arizona in that one.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
We're going to head on to UConn versus Illinois. First thing we was going to mention is the fact that these teams have these two teams have played each other, and UConn won the first matchup 74-61.
At home.
Yes. Yeah, was it at home or was it in the festival? Okay.
Yeah.
We're going to go ahead and start.
No, I'm wrong.
It was in the festival?
Yeah, that was
okay.
Arizona.
All right.
My bad.
Oh, no, it's in Madison Square Garden.
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
right.
that's
They played Madison Square Garden. So they played a neutral court already, 74-61. The one thing I will give some helpful advice for Illinois, UConn's played at Madison Square Garden multiple times. It's where they played for the Big East Championship. So there's a lot more experience in that court. So I'm not going to sit here and, crowd Illinois so much for losing that game. But it is pretty telling. It is early in the year. So, I mean, a 13-point win, though, that seems pretty nice. We're going to start with their record against ranked opponents. We have marked down Illinois 500 and even 7-7. UConn 7-3 with losses of St. John's twice, both on the road, and Arizona.
Yeah.
So
their only other loss out of conference.
And so that's what I'm saying. So they got a good team. You see why we like them.
I will say to kind of help that Illinois 7-7, they do play in the best conference in basketball right now. So they have played more ranked opponents than UConn. They played 14 while UConn's only played 10.
11.
But
wait, 10? Yeah, my fault. That's on me.
Very good. But I mean, I still think that they're not as good under pressure. They're not used to it, and it's that inexperience that they have in this tournament is definitely going to come. Keaton Wagler being Keaton Wagler being a freshman, the Avicevich brothers that have never really had any experience. So, I mean, Paige's boy, his name Andreas. Is that what it is? What's Stojakovic?
Yeah, Andres Stojakovic. Yeah, you had it.
He's never had any tournament experience, so I think that's what this is going to come down to. And them being heavily outcoached, in my opinion. Brad Underwood, not impressed with his game at all.
Yeah. I mean, we can go make the projection for it. We like UConn, obviously. And we've said this all tournament. We know who our championship is. We know who we have winning it all. We're not staying away from what we've said. Man, I just want to go and mention Braylon Mullins. What a shot. It's probably one of the best games of the year. A lot of people was probably thinking, man, who they the Blowfish? What do they know? They don't know ball, that's for sure. And then just the better team came out at the end. They shot horrible at the beginning of the first half. So,
awful.
When you shoot that bad and you're still able to beat the number one overall seed, you're like, man.
Would they start 1 for 19?
Yeah. Man.
That's horrendous.
Yeah, man. Who these guys down in Otterbein University who in the Blowfish? They know something.
Terrence Reed is obviously he played great. He's going to be a big part in this next game as well.
Dude, he's broke out so much in the tournament, man. A lot of people are going to start to remember this dude's name. Like I said, against Duke, something that UConn never, ever does is struggle to find open shots. Duke did a really good job limiting really anything for them. There's a bunch of tough shots all night, despite how much we love UConn's offense, their ability to move without the ball, their screens, their pin downs. It wasn't there. Action. They couldn't find Caravan at all. Caravan was 0 for 6 to start the game. So, like I said, even the most experienced guy, the guy we love for that team, it just wasn't the same because it was really, really good defense by the Blue Devils. But at the end of the day, Illinois doesn't play that kind of defense. Illinois is actually nowhere close to the level of Duke defensively. But they do score a lot. Yeah. I mean, a lot. We're going to announce some of the projected starters for UConn and Illinois. For UConn, you got the Georgia transfer Silas Demery, Solo Ball, the veteran, Braylon Mullins, who just hit the
biggest shot of the year.
Biggest shot of the year so far. Yeah, I'd have to agree with that by far.
Yeah.
Veteran leader, Alex Caravan, the guy we told everybody that this guy is going to be somebody that people will talk about. Not impressive last game. It's on us, but you'll see him come out here. And then Terrence Reed, you don't have to say much more. He's been incredible. Put up Wilt stats in that first game against Furman. It's carried him. He's dominated against Duke. The only reason that their offense even flowed. As for Illinois, they got some ballers too. For their starting lineup, we got Keaton Wagler, Kylan Boswell, Jake Davis, David Merkovich, and they got the Avicevich brothers. Thomas Law's the better one, so we have him projected as a starter. Andrei Stojakovic, he's one of their best 5 players by far. He'll play more than Jake Davis. But he's one of their main scoring guys off the bench. It's what they like to do. I'm not hating on the thing of what they do, but he's one of the top slashers in the country. I think that the biggest thing here for Illinois is the fact of their height because they have both the Vicic brothers. I think Terrace Reed can handle height. What's what we hope for. But David Merkovich against Alex Caravan, I think we're going to see a lot more Eric Rebe off the bench for UConn. I think that's what's going to have to be very helpful for them. One of the things we list as the X factors for this team for UConn is Braylon Mullins. He's not shot well, and like I said, we've kind of acknowledged that. And he hit the biggest shot last time, but that was his first 3-point made of the game, correct? So, I mean,
hey, so that's all you need.
Right, as clutch as it is, it's great, but he's got to stay consistent to try to keep up with the scoring. Despite UConn's great defense, they are a little bit outmatched the power forward spot if they don't go big.
Yeah, they're going to have to play
Illinois love to play big. So, I don't know. And you might see this is where we have it as the projected starter, Braylon Mullins. You might see Rebe in the starting lineup. We don't know.
Well, Braylon Mullins is not a usual starter. He started last game, and which he played all right. Ended up hitting the big shot, but he's not a normal set-in starter. Dan Hoyle likes to switch it up. I think for Illinois, some guys that are going to be big is Boswell had a good game last time they played. He was their leading scorer, I believe. And Jake Davis. Jake Davis has been struggling, but when he's hot, I mean, he's a shooter. When Jake Davis is hot, Illinois is hard to beat. So if he can start seeing his shots go down, that can be a big game changer for this Illinois team.
That would be dangerous for them. I think that'd be a good X factor if I could list something for them.
A good X factor.
X factor for us at UConn. I'm really gonna say Eric Rebe. I've said Braylon Mullins at the beginning of this tournament. You're gonna see him come out. He's the X factor for this team. Straw that stirs a drink for them. Mentioned in the last podcast is Alex Caravan. He's a really good player. You didn't see him shoot very well, but I'm sure that he will do the things that make the winning plays. Just saying he was the guy who assisted on that 30-foot three.
As obvious as it sounds, I mean, I think Braylon Mullins is another big X factor. I mean, obviously, but his quick scoring and his 3-point shooting ability is going to be big for UConn's offense. When he's hot, they're rolling because they have to help off Caravan and they have to help off solo ball, and that just gets them going. And obviously, you double team Terrace Reed, which normally you have to.
Yeah,
they can all shoot.
Silas
Demery is probably the last one I want to shoot.
Like they've got to be able to hit the 3-ball. If they hit the 3-ball, I don't see UConn losing this game.
Last time they played, I think they shot 20%. Was it?
Something like that. But Illinois shot miserable.
No, sorry, Illinois shot.
No, Illinois. UConn shot 32%. Illinois shot 20 or 21%.
Yeah, it
was bad.
Yeah,
heavily defensive game. It's what kind of pace? It's a slow pace that UConn has to play if they want to win this game. And like I said, with playing slow, you're going to have these last, final 7-second shots where it's probably going to be either a pick and roll with Terrace Reed involved, or you're going to have the duck down to Terrace Reed and let someone play some inside-out ball, getting it out there.
They like setting that pin down for Caravan, letting him and Terrace Reed get on the same side and create.
Yeah,
that's a great play.
But at the end of the day, no matter how slow you play, you've got to be able to shoot better.
Yeah.
And that's a must-have for Illinois. I mean, I can sit here and say that, UConn's winning this game no matter what. But I'll give you the keys to the game. If you want Illinois to win, they got to shoot way better what they did last meeting. I think that it was so long ago that I could see some people being not very worried. They're playing very hot right now. Yeah. A big thing is for them, though, winning the turnover margin. The turnover margin is going to be big for them. And I think as long as they do their job and get some offensive rebounds to go and help with that, they've got the size mismatch, so they got to use it. The Vicic brothers have got to get going on the boards, and Merkovich is a stud, man. I feel like he can get plenty of boards.
Something that happened last time they played, Terrace Reed got in early foul trouble, and he finished the game with 4, so he didn't foul out, but that's going to be big for this because if they have Terrace Reed off the court, it's going to be an issue for UConn because, what, BB? Rebe, yeah. I mean, he's good, but he's not Terrace Reed.
No,
and the Blowfish brothers are far
He will
too
be
good.
eventually. He will be eventually. We trust Dan Hurley down here who did the Blowfish. No worries about that. But I think it's gonna be a really good game. We got UConn.
Awesome.
Should be a lot of scoring from Illinois. I think that they're gonna shoot a lot better. It's gonna force UConn how slow they play. I think the key for UConn, they've got to make sure they don't get down as bad as they was against Duke.
Yeah,
because Duke and Illinois are different, man. Illinois can continue to score even whenever you feel like you're clamping them, man. It's different. Yeah, you may be able to continue to score against Illinois, but at the end of the day, man, can't get down big like that.
They got to be able to guard Wagler too. He's been doing real good this tournament at creating space and creating for his teammates, and they've been scoring a lot. What did they score last game against who was it?
Illinois, Iowa.
81, 69.
Something like that. Yeah,
it
may have been 81.
A lot more than UConn. So UConn's have to play some D, slow it down, and make this a defensive game and just feed Reed because he's been unstoppable.
Limit the possessions, crashes defensive glass. All the nice terms out there. Win the turnover
all the
margin.
cliches.
Yeah, I mean, I could pull out
Trouble
all.
line of
I'll pull
scrimmage.
out all the cliches this Saturday on my couch. It's okay. I've got this.
Take care of
Got to
the
hit
ball.
shots to win games. Got to be able to get in control of turnover margin. Well, that leaves us now with our championship game, which would be the UConn Huskies versus Arizona.
Another marquee matchup.
Man,
Already happened once.
should be very excited for this game. They did play once already. This is one of UConn's losses, as we mentioned, to top 25 opponents. This game was at UConn.
Yeah.
However, Terrace Reed did not play, so that's a big margin of gap. I think they would have rather had Terrace Reed and played on the road than be at home without Terrace Reed.
100%.
It's night and day. Yeah, no, it's night and day. So, yeah, they lost at home by 4. We'll give them that. But at the end of the day, they was outrated by 20 rebounds.
Krivos played great. I mean, without Reed, I mean, he had no one.
Yeah, there's no one that's going to be able to stop him getting the offensive rebounds. I mean, like I said, love Eric. Just nowhere near his Terrace. Nowhere near Terrace
Not
Reed.
yet.
Yeah, he will be. Keep the trust. But yeah, UConn was outrated by 20 rebounds. Like 43-23 was the rebound count, I believe.
Yeah. They both shot miserably, so they're gonna have to play better offense. It was a low-scoring game, obviously, especially for Arizona. Yeah. Arizona putting up 71. That's not that common. Yeah. So good defense by UConn, especially without Reed.
Yeah,
they gotta play better offense.
Yeah, no, 100%. I think it was also it's like slowing down. These games are going to be lower scoring just because of the way UConn slows this ball down. But then again, Arizona will slow the ball down too. They shoot 2-pointers, so I think it all matters with UConn's 2-point defense, and I think
Arizona's an extremely balanced team. They can do just about everything. That's what makes them so good. There's not really a category of statistic I feel like they struggle with. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I 100% agree.
Yeah,
and I just think so much with UConn is them being able to shoot the 3. They've got to be able to shoot the 3. They cannot get cold against these teams in the year. In this game especially, man, you got to be able to hit the 3, especially when they're going to be hitting plenty of 2s. They just keep coming. I think that's what you'll see so much with Arizona. They're not going to have many runs against them because they're shooting high percentage shots. Yeah. So they don't high percentage shots, but they don't count the same as 3s. Yeah. So I think if UConn wants to win this game, keys to the game for them would be in the 3 ball.
They don't go on those Houston-like droughts for 8 minutes, 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Those don't happen.
That's why I told you.
Houston
Pretender. Yep. And they got destroyed. So
and once again, there's this guy sitting on the bench for UConn named Dan Hurley. So once again, he wins that matchup every time.
Yeah, I know.
No matter who they play.
We like Tommy Lloyd, but at the end of the day, we do love Dan Hurley. As you can tell by this podcast and playing the podcast.
Hey, when we're wrong, they're allowed to get mad.
You can be mad when we're wrong, guys. I mean, come on, we're pretty dang good. We had a perfect Final Four in our second chance bracket. All you had to do is follow it, and you would have won. I don't know, free donuts, money. I don't know, wherever you bet on it. It doesn't matter. Wherever you bet your March Madness pulls on. But before we get off here, we're gonna make sure to go and mention the starting lineups for both these teams. Kind of repeat already, but the guard pair for UConn is definitely gonna be Silas Demery Jr. and Solo Ball. For Arizona, the guard pair is gonna be Jalen Bradley, Braden Burris. Heavy matchup where I think Arizona has the significant. Significant help. I think they're the better team whenever it comes to the guard pair.
Yeah, on paper they're better.
Yeah,
it's not a secret.
No, it's no secret.
Them and Michigan.
Yeah, that's why I love this game, man. That's why you love March Madness. Like I said, small forward. I think this is where you will. I think you'll probably see Braylon Mullins for sure. Like I said, there's no 7-footers in this team, like the multiple 7-footers that they got. You got is Krivos 7 foot? Okay. Karchinkov is not, correct?
I don't think. I was about to look up his height because
I want to say he's like 6'10", which is way closer to what we're looking at.
Yeah.
We got
6'7".
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh. Yeah, he's a lot smaller than I thought. So that's good for Caravan.
That's what I'm saying. So this is where the time you're going to see Braden Burris play for sure in the starting lineup. You're not going to see Rebe, who we think that could happen. I would put him in. I genuinely think that at least for the start, and it would hurt your scoring a lot when not having Braylon Mullins in. But I think it just helps your defense so much. It'll help so much in that Illinois game.
It's solely a matchup thing.
Yeah, no, matchup by matchup. But in this game, I think our projected stars are pretty good here. We've got Mullins, a small forward, powerful guy with Caravan, and man in the paint, front court.
Rounding us out.
Front court player of the year for me, Terrace Reed, especially for the tournament. And and they're like I said, Arizona's gonna finally feel it. They're gonna feel what it is with what Terrace Reed has been doing, and how much fun he's gonna be. It's gonna be a lot of fun to watch.
And come play some Big East ball.
Yeah, no, exactly. But like I said, the bigs for Arizona, we'll run out like this. We got Kopete, Ivan Karchinkov, and Krivos.
Krivos is
Lithuania.
Krivos is 7'2".
Krivos is 7'2". Yeah,
Okay.
okay.
He's massive.
He's massive, but it's so much different not having to play 2 7-footers at the same time.
Oh yeah.
So I think that you will see Braylon Mullins in the starting lineup, maybe for both games, but for sure in the championship game, you want your best guys on the floor, whatever the lights the brightest. I think that some keys for UConn. Obviously, you got to hit the 3 ball. I think it's. Yeah. I genuinely think that if UConn goes cold, this is one of the games they're not going to be able to come back because
Arizona. Hard to come back against Arizona.
Arizona, man.
Extremely hard.
They're a tough team. Very tough team. Highly skilled, but at the end of the day, we love the coaching matchup. We love the experience of UConn. UConn's done this. UConn's been here. They've done this. They've won games. Arizona's never got past the Sweet 16 or Tommy Lloyd. So
it's hard to beat a team twice.
Yeah, and it's very hard to beat a team twice. That's what we love to say down here, especially if it only helps our argument. So, yeah, I think it's kind of our picks now for UConn and Arizona. It's gonna be our championship game. Games in Indianapolis. So check the tickets if you want to go and pay $500 for a ticket to watch both games the same night.
It's not bad.
Man, that's not really that bad.
No.
Thought I'd just go and mention that out, but you get to go in Lucas Oil Stadium. I've been there once for the Big Ten championship against Penn State and Oregon instead of Ohio State, which made the tickets 100 times cheaper. But yeah, no, I think that it's gonna be a lot of fun. Really fun weekend. We all gonna go home because of Good Friday and spend some time for Easter. But if you want to cheer for a team, cheer for UConn for Houday and the Blowfish.
We'll see you in the championship after these teams make it, and we won't see you before UConn plays Arizona, but after that, I'm sure we'll talk about it in our next podcast.
You'll probably see something from me on social media.
Make a little post.
Yeah, I may make a little post.
We'll do that. we got some good ones.
We got some great AI pictures that we're gonna definitely use. But nevertheless, I guess we'll see you guys next time.
Thank you.
Thank you.